let's get rocking and rolling with the car. Okay guys, remember I showed you in the last video, I had the fan shroud just sitting there because I was painting up some stuff. I got the radiator all painted up over there. It is a brand new radiator. The gentleman I bought the car off had the rad redone. I should say it's got new cores in it. He had that all redone, so I'm going to be putting the rad in. But before I do that, I just quickly right now, I'm setting the heater in. So there's my, did that a nice gloss black, add a little contrast to the firewall, right? So I got that in there, and I had painted the heater, if you remember. I had done it with that hammer tone or hammerite paint, whatever you want to call it. So I got it all up underneath there, looking nice. I got to get some new hoses. The hoses were quite bad that go from there to there. I'll just pick those up at the local parts store and grab them. But I have got a lot of cool stuff to show you guys. We have got a package that came in from Classic Industries, and my gauge has arrived. And not only that, you know what else is going on? Listen to that. We're listening to a little Elvis Presley. Oh yeah, there we go. Love him or hate him, you can't take away he had a beautiful voice. Anyway, so we are going to be plugging away here, and we're going to get going, and I'm going to get this heater all mounted up in there right now, and take it from there. And I'll grab that box at Classic Industries and show you guys what's going on. I didn't even open it. We're going to open it together. Alright guys, so I got the heater all in. That's how it looks. Looks nice. I put some nice new stainless screws around there. Made sure I put some nice putty and gasket around the back so no water leaks. Got that done. I got the radiator in where it should be with the factory shroud. Look at that. Fits in there nice. Got the horn on down below. Now I'm going to run to the parts store here, because the thing is, these are the hoses the gentleman had on it. And these are handy if you're trying to make something work and whatever. And honestly, he's got a hose like this on the top and the bottom. I don't mind that it's got this bendable, adjustable ripple hose on the bottom, but up here on the top, look at that thing. It just, to me, it just looks hideous. So I'm going to get myself, go down to the parts store, and luckily they all know me well enough down there. They'll let me go in the back, and they'll let me look at all the hoses, and I'll take a piece of wire and bend a hose what I need, and I'll go down there and find one, and put a nice proper hose on the top at least. Like I say, I'm not too concerned about the bottom. It's pretty buried down there. Not that fussy on this one, but definitely find something for the top that looks a little cooler looking than that. So, and I also need to pick up, I want to grab some new battery cables. These are battery cables. They're like kind of, you know, they're homemade, right? He's got them all taped up. Look at that. I don't like that. So I grabbed some battery cables. So I'm going to set this camera down and get up to Lordco and see what I can find. Alright, well, I'm back from Lordco. Grabbed me some battery cables and one hose. Didn't have the other one in I was looking for, but we're going to work on that. But anyway, 3 battery cables and a hose is $100. Can you believe it? I can't believe the prices today and where they're going. But anyway, well, not 100. It was closer to like 92. But anyway, so I got a, I always like to run an extra ground off the block to the frame. Got my negative cable in black, got my positive cable, nice heavy duty in red. There we go. Usually what I'll do with the red cable though is I will put some black around it and leave a little bit of red showing on the end. Some people just buy a black cable, paint the end red. I don't know. It's whatever you want to do. But they didn't have a black cable long enough for me to use as my positive cable anyway, so I'm stuck with that cable. So there we go. So with that being said, you saw that, let's go in here and see what we got from Classic Industries. Oh, and here's some, that's for a job we're doing, so we're not worried about that. Here's some other stuff I got. The lighter was no good in the Wagon, so we got a lighter. Some extra carburetor springs just for around the shop. You never know when you're going to need those. Let's see if we can open this box while I hold the camera. I highly doubt I can. Let's put the son of a bitch down there. There we go. Pardon the language. Maybe not. Who cares? Anyway. Yeah, I can't find a razor blade, so I'll use a pen and fuck another one up. Okay, let's see here. It's going to be hard to do. Here, let me just set this camera now. You guys probably can't even see me in there. Holy God. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Woo! Woo! Can't even see that, can you? Anyway, let's get on this now. Let's see what we got going on here. So we got Oh, we got a new glove box liner, all wrapped up in there. Good, good. Mine was all bad. What's that? The full-size passenger car exterior mirror. That's right, because I pulled the fenders off the mirror of the wagon. I kept them. I don't throw anything out because I hated the mirrors on the wagon. They gave me a big book, a catalog, which is good. That better be free after the money I spent. And this is all trinket stuff. So I just bought trinket little stuff here. So let's see if we can get this. I don't know where we're going to go with this camera. Let's see if we can get you set up here. All in there, guys. Okay. You can open this bag up. That's what your teeth are for. Mine aren't real, so it don't matter. Let's see what we got going on. So I did order up a brand new, can you see that? There we go, signal arm, because mine was all rusty. Actually, there's my old one sitting right there. It's all rusty. So I paid I don't know, $15 for this, and I'll sell you an original one for 20. There you go. If you all remember my door lock, my little door lock push buttons, they were missing, and I just put these dice ones on for now. I had laying around the shop. That shit's got to go. But they were working for now. So I got the original nice turquoise push button door locks. Put down on there. Okay. My signals, the little plastic paws are broken in the column. So while we're in there rewiring it, may as well replace those. May as well, while we're in there, put a brand new signal switch. Duh. Why wouldn't you do that? You're rewiring the car. Why wouldn't you put a signal switch? And then, of course, brand new heater control switch. Why wouldn't you put that in there, right? Oh, and just in case I forget what tire pressure was back in 1958, I can open up my glove box door and I've got the original decal that goes on the glove box door to tell me what tire pressure was. Right, there we go. Just in case. And that is all I got from Classic Industries. Classic Industries. I ordered, got the stuff within a week. Thumbs up. You've got Old Time Garage's business. Okay, let's figure this shit out now. Alrighty. So, yeah, see, there's the old heater switch, right? You know, it's just old and crusty, and I don't know. If I'm wiring the car, I just believe, why not? It's 30 bucks or something like that. Why wouldn't I spend the money and replace it? What else did they give me here? What's this? Classic Industries even got their own Visa. Jesus, I should get a Visa for Old Time Garage. Right? Maybe then I'd get some more guys in here buying t-shirts. Anyway, okay. So, what are we going to do right now? Fuck, hell if I know. Let's take a look. I think I'm going to put the battery cables on. Honestly, I want to get them on before I get too carried away. I'm going to put the battery cables on, and then maybe my lower rad hose, upper one. They didn't have one at that location. That's okay. I'll go to a different location, different day, different time. I just wanted to get back here and get rolling on the car. So I'm going to do that and then see where we wind up after that. Okay, well, we've run into a problem. You know, part of it's my fault and part of it's just the cheap manufacturing of these dumb fucking assholes today. So you know how I put all this power steering stuff on, the pump and everything? My biggest mistake was before I put all this rad and stuff in, because this is not an easy pump to get off now because I've got all these Allen Grille brackets on here. My biggest mistake, which was my fault, was I should have put fluid in the son of a bitch to see if it leaks. Of course there's a leak. Is it coming from the pump? Of course it's coming from the pump. Oh my God. So, we got a leak. And everything is, of course, those brackets all in there, everything is tight fitting in there, so that means you got to pull the whole fucking front end shit all apart to get to it. But not necessarily. I was able to get the hose off, which is a fucking nightmare. First I have to get the inspection plate off. This car has a plate underneath the front end. Had to get that off, which is a nightmare on its own. It's meant to come off after the rad's out, but I kind of got it unloosened and pushed off to the side. Power steering pump's leaking. I'm thinking, did I just leave the fitting loose? It's only one fitting, pressure line. It's not loose. It's the other fitting that screws into the pump that's leaking. So I'm bend the shit out of my hands, cut the shit out of my hands, get the pressure line off. The thing on the back fitting is not loose. What it is this cheap, nasty shit you buy today. Let me turn the camera around. Fuck. This cheap, nasty shit has got the wrong size O-ring on here. It's way too small. So when it goes in there, it's not sealing properly. So no matter how tight you tighten the cocksucker all day, it's going to continue to leak. God almighty, this is what I don't understand. This is what I'm saying. Every day, my mistake, if any of you are doing this at home, put fluid in the goddamn thing before you put the front end on it. I should have put fluid in it. I didn't put fluid in it. Oh, that's my fault. But the leak shouldn't have been there in the first place. I spent how much money on a pump? $150, and I get a leak? Because somebody who made it put the wrong O-ring in it. Anyway, thank God I got O-rings here, so I'm going to put a proper O-ring on it. Hopefully I've got the right one. I don't know. Let's take a look here. Oh, I tell you, this is just a waste of my time today. That's all it is, you know. You got to get the fucking car's on a deadline. I got to waste my time fixing something that some stupid prick couldn't get right in the first place. Anyway, well, we're going to find one. I'm sure I've got something in this thing that'll fit on here. And then pray to God I put it in there and it don't leak. But it shouldn't leak. Oh, I tell you. What a nightmare. So this is going to set me back a couple hours probably. You probably think no, but since I set the camera down to do this, I've been here for nearly an hour. Fucking around with it, trying to tighten things, thinking that's what it is. Took me 20 minutes just to get the plate moved back to get to the line. You know, you can kind of see down in there, everything's wet. It was just a steady drip. Oh, so anyone doing this, please make sure, don't make the stupid mistake I did. Put the fluid in the bloody thing before you. If you've got a part, put fluid in there and make sure it ain't going to leak. And if it does leak, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not mechanically inclined, you're going to take the pump back and you're going to hope you get another one that's going to not leak, right? Everything today is getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper made. All the time. Garbage, I tell you, just pure shit. Watch where you buy something where it says it's made on the back, right? Stick local. Hear what I'm saying? Okay, I'm going to try and fix this. Okay. Yeah. I need a beer. And not a root beer. I got no leaks now. Got a mess. Tried to clean up the best I can. I'm trying to clean oil and shit up underneath there too. I use brake clean. Because it dries. It's good for cleaning shit up, right? So anyway, I got no leaks. Fucking O-ring. Oh, God. I think I left it out. Yeah, there it is. There's the greasy old O-ring. You can still see the... Whoops. Where am I? Still see all the sliminess on it. Look. I don't even need to lay it on top. You can see the difference. This is one. No, this ain't. This is one like I used. I took out of here. I just set aside so you guys can see. Like. So what's happening is that this O-ring sits in a groove. All O-rings sit in a groove. This was sitting in there so tight that it wasn't even doing nothing. It wasn't even like contacting when you tightened it up, which I didn't have to tighten up because where it was leaking from, I'll show you on the old power steering pump if I can show you. An hour and a half of my day just wasted. Just wasted. This is the old power steering pump, which the only reason I had to take this off was because I needed a different one for what I'm doing. But I don't want to take this out of the bag. I've had enough oil on my hands. Do you see down in there? See that piece? Oh my God. See that? That comes out. And I had it in my hand. You saw it. And the O-ring goes on it. And they had the wrong O-ring on it. So, now it's got the right O-ring. I tell you. Now it's got the right O-ring. We'll get underneath the ground here. I do not see... It looks like it's dry. It was just pissing out from there. But it is dry now. So anyway, I think I got it all off. Some of it obviously ran down in here and ran into the frame. And oh God, it kind of upsets you a bit after you pressure wash and take all that time to get that shit out. You know, from in the cross member, you clean all that crap up and that's what happens, right? But why is this camera so close right now? What is going on here? That's even worse. My fingers are awful. Power steering fluid. My wife's going to kill me when I give her the camera and it's all greasy. Anyway, I got that fixed. I need to put the camera down. I need to just go take a break for a bit. Just a little bit frustrated over that. I think I'm happy I got the leak fixed, but I'm more frustrated over it. It was a waste of my hour and a half, but no point me wasting more time talking here either. I'm just going to move on to the next thing, which is I always like to run lots of ground cables on my vehicles. So, obviously I've got my negative cable coming off the engine block to the battery and my positive come off the starter. Then I like to run a good ground cable like this from the engine block to the frame. Then I like to run a ground cable like this from the body to the frame. Then I'm okay. I don't mind it. Once in a blue moon I might run one of those old copper ones to the back of the engine too on the firewall. But then I'm happy. I like good grounds. You got to have good grounds, people. Because over time grounds get rusty. So it's nice to have good grounds. Make sure when you're grounding a cable, you know, the cable's clean here. Make sure that we ground it too. Sand the paint off, bare metal it, right? You know, it's good to have that. So anyway, I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna put this ground cable now, and then I'll see where I go from there. Okay. Okay, I got my other ground cable on. I utilized the hole at the back of the block, and then I went right to the frame. Perfect. So that's beautiful. Set the battery in here. You see what I mean about I put this loom? I normally don't like this loom. I don't know. I hate this shit, right? It just looks cheap and cheesy to me. But I wasn't too concerned because I kept the positive cable down low, tied up down below here by the control arm. So I leave like a little bit showing so it's red. I always know where the positive is, but if I ever sell the car, or maybe the wife is out and she needs a jump start, which hopefully she won't ever need that, but hopefully someone would figure that out, right? So, but the latest and greatest thing is, you all remember, I had bought a new grill insert for this car. Well, I've inserted the grill insert. So, wait till you see this. Except I couldn't just do a new grill insert. I had to do a couple other things too. So, there we are. Brand new grill insert. But I had to re-chrome, of course, the signal light housings. How could I put beat up, rusty old signal light housings on that nice new grill? So I did that, and I also just now I replaced the sockets for the signal lights. So I got that in there. I put the lower panel on. I put these panels here that go in behind. So next, to get all this up here, you got to put them chrome pieces that go across there on. So I want to clean up a little bit here before I put those on. So I got to do that next, and then I don't know where I'm going here. Going somewhere. Too bad somebody had scuffed it here on the... Might be able to get that off. That's like white house paint where it got nailed. But anyway, so yeah, there we go. So I'm going to clean that up around there, get them chrome pieces on. Then I think I'm going to start making me up some, maybe make up some ignition wires for the car. Get those done. And I don't know. I can't do the heater hoses yet because my heater shutoff valve, which on most cars a lot of people bypass, it goes right down in there in the hole. It was all rotten and garbaged, and they just had the heater running this way, which the heater did work, but the problem is you could never shut the heater right off. Now I could have put a T in the line, but I don't want to get out and have to turn the T on and off, so I ordered a brand new heater valve for that. It was a couple $100, but I just know it's done. So I'm waiting on that, so I can't really run my heater hoses for now, but that's okay. But I got lots to do. I got to run fuel line, I got to get the gas tank out of it, I got to do the rear shocks. Oh my god, I got lots to do before this goes on Tuesday. Ignition wires. So, well, we just better get to it. But I hope that you guys think that was a good call on the new grill. And, chromey nose. Oh, and I do have new lenses that go in here. With gaskets, of course. Okay, let's check it out. There we go. Got the new grill in, the new signal housings. Of course, I left the, I've left the lenses out because we're rewiring the car just in case we got to get to the bulb. All the mustache pieces re-chromed. Now I am waiting on this piece. It's at the chrome shop. So I had taken one in and it wasn't very good. They were honest with me. They said this thing isn't going to chrome up nice, so I had to get another one and have it chrome. So I'm waiting for that. So whatever, that can go on after. So there we go. I got the headlight doors too, but I'm left them off right now, or headlight rings, whatever you call them, or headlight bezels. I got those too, brand new to put on, but I'm leaving those off because we got to get to the headlights because we're going to do the wiring, right? I put all new light sockets in the signals. I just did the ignition wires up. Got all the MSD wires put on, which the gentleman I bought the car off, he gave me those. He had those brand new MSD wires, so that's great. So where am I going to go here next? I don't know. My day is almost over. That's almost it. It's Sunday, and it's Easter. My lovely wife is cooking me a nice big ham, some baby carrots, some little potatoes, some stuffings, some nice buns, and strawberry shortcake for dessert. So, what time is it now? 10 after 5. I think I'm going to go till 6 o'clock, so I'll do a bit more here. I'll see what I can do. Oh, I got all the, I got the sending units put in for my temperature back there. Got my oil pressure one put in the back. Got that done. So we are getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. But that sure looks nice. You have to admit, that looks really nice with that re-chromed. So, it's too bad the bumper is going to look shitty because I didn't do the bumper. The bumpers aren't bad. Here's the back bumper over here. You can see they'll clean up. They're just not, you know, you can see all the marks in them, right? You know, they're not the greatest, but anyway, whatever. The front bumper I've got off to the side because I cleaned up, you remember I cleaned up and painted all the brackets for it, which I want to do at the back one. I'm going to take the brackets off, clean and paint them up. So I just cleaned all that up, so anyway, it don't matter. It don't matter. She's looking good. The main thing is I wanted to do these pieces because I just don't want to take it back apart again. Because I am not, as much as many of you people are saying you're going to paint that car, I'm not painting the turquoise on it. I am going to redo the white this winter. I'm going to redo the white because it does need rocker panels. I'm being honest, the rockers are bondoed up. So I'm going to do that, but I'm not touching the turquoise on this car. Anyway, let's see if I can slip a little more in here for you. We'll see what I can do in the next 45 minutes. Okay, I got her dropped back down on the ground to set the wheels on it because it is Monday tomorrow and I got to kind of kick her out of here. The boys are coming back to work. So I got that. I started to, well, I've lost train of thought here. I started draining the gas a bit on the back. I got one pail out of it and that's about it. It's 20 to 6 and I got to go in. I got to shower. So I think that was a productive day. So if it wasn't for that power steering leak, we would have been a little further along. So my plan is Monday, my day off tomorrow. Maybe you guys will get a video again. I'm going to mount the wiring harness, the fuse panel. I'm going to mount the fuse panel, get the gauges back in it, get the clock back in it, get the gas tank dropped down, put the sending unit in it, put the new rear shocks in it. And, well, that's my plan. That's my plan for Monday. Everything that we're doing tomorrow sucks. Mounting the fuse panel, oh God, I don't know. Underneath the dash there, fucking around. Gas tank is my worst thing. The gas tank, when I got this car, there was an overflow hose off the back. And I had to put it on. And I tell you, it was just a nightmare trying to get it on there. I must have been on there for over an hour. And I finally got it on. And of course, wouldn't you know it, a couple days after driving it, the gas tank sending unit decides to pack it in. Brand new tank, sending unit packs it in. I would think they would have put a new sending unit in the tank when they did it, but they didn't. So, whatever. At least they put a new tank in it, right? So thankful for that. And I want to rip the gas lines off anyway and replace the gas lines. So, away we go. But we do got some ignition wires. She's looking pretty. Hopefully my hose will be in tomorrow for the top of the radiator, then I can put water in it. Like I told you guys before, even though this engine was running and everything is fine, I always fill them up with water first, just straight water. If there's an issue, if it burps or anything like that, water is a lot easier to clean up than water and antifreeze, if you know what I'm saying. So that's it, guys. So hey, maybe I'll get a video tomorrow, maybe I won't, but it's always a good time at all time, and happy Easter to all you guys out there. See you later. I'm going to eat a nice big ham.